Binge is available now, so please welcome the opposite of cringe, the opposite of whinge. It's the wonderful Alex Jones and Harry Judd.
Yeah! Binge.
I love that.
Well, we were actually
Binge.
we were looking for a song.
That's it.
We're looking for a song.
Okay, it's all my own work.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a song, where does that leave McFly?
Well, no, this is the thing. The producers of our podcast did say, do you think maybe you guys and McFly
We
could
thought
write
we'd
a song?
get a good deal, Chris, but no.
No.
How did you two get together? By the way, welcome. I love you both. I love the bones, the skin and the bones of both of you, but you know that.
Thank you.
Alex, a bit more than you, Harry. A little bit more.
Love her a little bit more.
Little bit
A little
more.
bit
I
more
love her
history.
A little bit more.
than me
More.
too.
A little bit more history, a little less mystery.
Zero mystery.
How did you two get together?
Well, we did Strictly Come Dancing in 2011.
Same year? Was that the same year?
Same year.
Same year.
Didn't know that.
We don't
13
like
years
talking
ago.
about it.
I love talking about it.
13 years
Yeah.
ago.
Harry won. Harry won. I came...
You were in the semis. You were in the semis, weren't
Quarters
you?
or semis?
I was in the semis.
Semis? You'll take semis?
Semis.
Chris came
you
to
didn't
see
think you'd
me.
get to the semis, did you? That's for sure.
No, well, I shouldn't have got to the semis, Chris.
But you did.
But the Welsh kept me in.
Come on,
Come
Wales!
on, Wales! Chris came to see us. A very, very good friend, because it takes a long time to watch a record of Strictly Come Dancing. So we did that together. Then we both lived in Chiswick. We've got 3 children, same age. We've got a black Labrador each now.
We lead
We
parallel
haven't met
lives,
our
Chris.
black
Nice.
Labradors.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that you'd known each other. I mean, obviously, if you're on the show, that's fine. Yeah, you did the Strictly together, but I didn't realise you carried on outside.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
because we live in the same area, we kept bumping into each other at the playground, and then I started doing some one show with Al, so then obviously you got to know each other even more.
Right, I
And
see.
we'd chat around at the one show before we'd go live, and then one day we just thought, is our chat quite good? Should we do a podcast maybe?
So you are binging now.
Well, we're just giving it
Giving it a go. I love the cover shot, the stripy shirt and the popcorn bucket. That's
It works,
all
does it?
planned, was that? Come on.
No, we were just at home watching TV,
Oh, shut
Chris.
up!
We were.
It's the set. Oh, right.
That's taken on Charlie's, Alex's husband's iPhone, Chris. It's all natural,
No,
totally
that couldn't have
organic.
been at Alex's house, because Charlie would still be on the sofa and you wouldn't be able to get him off it.
That is so true. You know us so well. No, that wasn't planned, the stripe and stripe, but it turned out well.
Oh my gosh, it looked like somebody like major plan. Like, you know, they have those genius designers for movies when it's all every scene's color coded and color matched. So it's great. So it's recommendations, it's books, it's cinema, it's telly, it's whatever the hell you like. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you disagree. Shock horror. You might want to step away from the radio for this one. Alex Jones doesn't like Succession.
Okay.
She doesn't like Breaking Bad either.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Succession, I thought it was excellent up until a point.
Right.
And that was about the last 2 or 3 scenes where suddenly it was like they'd run out of ideas.
All right, you've to be honest, you dialed that down, because on the show you say the last 2 series.
No.
Yeah.
She did.
No.
She did. So we
to
have
it,
a thing
Alex.
called
Hang on.
binge it or bin
I
it,
know you
and
do.
she put Succession in the bin.
Because it was a lot of investment for little reward.
No, because you wanted it to be sort of in a box with a bow on, didn't you, at the end?
I did.
It's never going to happen, though, was it?
And it wasn't. I
Yeah.
mean, I love the characters,
Yeah.
but I had to have the subtitles on because there was so much dialogue, I couldn't follow it.
All right. Harry, we need subtitles for this in a way. When I heard the subtitles chat, because now you know that kids only watch stuff with subtitles.
No.
Yes.
Do they?
Yes. All teenagers only watch. If you have they watch all television with subtitles on. So do the team behind the glass. So it's not just. It's like late.
They're all nodding.
They're all
Teenagers,
nodding?
teenagers, early 20-year-olds. That's the way it is.
Why is that?
They didn't know that things come without subtitles. It's the opposite of our lot.
I'm flummoxed.
I think it's a double screen thing.
I see.
It's because they're doing something else.
They just and if you watch.
Oh, so they're flicking on their phone, they're watching the iPad.
Yeah, and that's why Noah, my 15-year-old,
Yeah.
when I go in to watch a movie or the Grand Prix or whatever it is, it's so quiet. He's got the telly on so quiet because he's got the subtitles on, and he can't cope with the sound of the TV because he's used to not having so much of it going on.
See, so I was bang on trend without even knowing
Without-
it.
You are, Al.
Well, then you said, because you said you watch things with subtitles, and then you said, and now because I found it so useful, I watch everything with subtitles.
Yeah. Well, and also because we don't know how to turn them off. So
It's very complicated.
on our Netflix now it's just subtitles and
Yeah,
every other
select
platform.
subtitles, select off.
What are you binging, Chris? Are you watching
Yeah.
anything?
Not really, to be honest, but you did get me thinking about it.
Do you need some recommendations?
Well, I don't have any time because we have a million children. Although now the twins are 6 and almost ready to leave home.
And happy birthday to them.
Thank you very much. But it did get me thinking about Succession, because secretly I agree with. I don't want to say it, but I do agree with you.
Really?
I knew you would.
Yeah. Compared to Breaking Bad, compared to The Sopranos,
Right.
compared to other great shows like that I can't remember the name of right now. The Sopranos, brilliant start to finish. By the way, many more than 4 seasons. Breaking Bad, off the chain. I mean, I don't know why you didn't like that, if I'm being honest.
No, I did like it, but at series 3, I think it took a little bit of a dip. And
No, I disagree. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad. I love it.
Well, that is just a waste of life.
I want to have the time in my life to rewatch
Yes.
Breaking Bad
I
and
know.
then not use it to watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but I mean, look, there's all sorts. We've got Colin from Accounts. Have you heard of Colin from Accounts?
No, massive Colin from Accounts. And also
Hilarious.
the Will Ferrell thing you were talking about,
Yes.
which I
Chris.
haven't seen it, but I meant to talk about it on the show, and I thought, I meant to talk about that, but apparently it's amazing.
Yes.
So that is up your street.
What is it called?
It is called Will and Harper.
Yeah.
And it's a documentary, but a film-length documentary. And Will, I mean, we know he's lovely anyway, but he is so nice. And because you see him, you know, he's not acting, he's just him, and he is the nicest guy in the world.
So Harper is who?
Harper is basically another co-writer they were friends from SNL.
Saturday Night Live?
Yep, and they've been friends for how long, Al, was it?
Oh,
They go
forever.
way
30 odd
back.
years.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Harper has transitioned to female, and they go on a road trip together, I think across America.
They do.
Al's actually watched it because you had Will on the one show.
Yeah, we did.
And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's out this week, isn't it?
And the idea is Harper wanted to see whether she could go into bars and things in places like Texas and be accepted. It's kind of
Sounds-
like an experiment.
It sounds amazing.
Oh, it's one of the best things I've seen all year.
Is it true that Will opens up the movie by saying, I'm not going to let you drive anymore because now you're a woman?
No.
There is a line though.
I think there is.
No, he asks Harper. He
think
asks
there is
Harper,
something like that.
Are you still a good driver now that you're something
It's
like
in
that?
there.
Yeah, he does.
It's in there.
I saw the clip.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, but they're really great friends. And
No,
the
they
last...
can be, because that's the bands they can have.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last scene, the last sort of bit where they look back on the trip is one of the best scenes out of anything I've ever seen.
All right, so this is what Binge is all about.
Exactly. We're chatting about what's on, what we're binging. It could be podcasts, it could be books, could be films, could be TV series, and hopefully, you know. We find, well, I did this, and a lot of people, our research has shown, Chris, that a lot of people get home and they sit and they just scroll through all these streaming
100%.
platforms.
And
There's
you run out of time.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
22,000 things available to watch, I think it is. And we hopefully can take away that wasted half an hour of scrolling and come up with some good recommendations. We talk about it. We mainly disagree. It turns out our tastes are very different.
But it's very light touch, you know, it's just like the conversation you'd be having of a morning. What did you watch last night? Have you seen this? Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you like it? I did. I didn't.
And we know that algorithms are really clever, and we know they're really great. So my Instagram algorithm gives me exactly what I want. Stuff that I do, you know, surfing, skateboarding, loads of fitness stuff, loads of old blokes trying to be younger, that kind of. I love it. I love it. A bit of philosophy here and there. You know, a lot of bench press philosophy going on, all that kind of stuff. It's brilliant. But algorithms can only, even they can sort of be stress tested to within an inch of their own life because there's so much stuff now.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, isn't it? Because this is a whole, for me, it's about AI. Your podcast is about why we don't need to fear AI as much as the darker days of AI have suggested, or the darker thoughts about AI have suggested, because it will never be human. And so you can have all the algorithms in the world, but in the end you go, listen, just tell me what to watch, which is sort of what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, my algorithm is basically Nicole Kidman. It's Nicole Kidman, The Perfect Couple, Nicole Kidman in Family Affair, Nicole Kidman in Big Little Lies. It's Nicole Kidman in Cashmere looking expensive.
She's got a new thing coming out because she's coming on the show to talk about it, but I don't know what it's called, but
And
it'll be Nicole Kidman in
Another
that.
new thing.
And
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
great in all of them, but she's the same person in all of them. If
Yeah,
only
yeah.
I could be Nicole Kidman. I mean, that would be a simple life. Sorry,
But
my
you
phone.
do also, because you're mates, you do also talk about at the top of the show things that are going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Since you've become partners in the podcasting world, you've moved away from how come you know each other, which is nearby to each other where you live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a result of the podcast? Already? Is there a rift? What's happened here?
I don't know. It's just really funny when you start talking about your tastes in telly and films and books. Well, you don't read books, really, do you?
Audiobooks.
Oh,
But I'd
audiobooks.
ask you not to reveal that.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
like you do. You like to say, "Oh, I read that book," but
But
clearly
you've moved
listened.
out of London.
Yeah, we've moved out of London. Yeah,
Right, and
we've
you
left.
you do talk about this on the show.
Yeah, we talk about this, and we've talked about this for years and years. Because
I was basically Alex's estate agent for about 3 or 4 years.
Well-
Whenever we worked on the one show together, she'd come in, she'd show me properties. I'd be like, "Yeah, I know it well, Al," and we'd talk about the area.
But I have to say, you were the estate agent in Chiswick, and Chris was the estate agent out of
Well,
Chiswick.
I'm so glad we're talking about this, Alex, because I didn't know that you'd moved until last week, and I've still been looking for properties for you every day for the last 6 months. So thanks for letting me know about that.
Well,
What do you mean I was your estate agent in Marlow? I thought I still
Was.
were your estate agent.
Well, Marlowe's too expensive.
No,
for
it's
us.
fine, but you just could have told me.
Okay.
Because 20 minutes, that's 20 minutes on Rightmove every day that I'm never going to get back up until last Thursday.
But you love
Do you know-
Rightmove.
What?
You love Rightmove.
I know, but I'd also quite like to say, you don't need to look for me anymore, Chris. You can look
Oh,
for...
sorry about that. That's bad friend, isn't
That's
it?
fair enough.
But who's
yes.
going off in my pocket is Charlie saying, "Are you on Chris's show? Please say hi."
Well, Charlie, all you need to do is tune in. He won't even do that, will he? He won't. He's waiting for you to go home because you haven't pre-tuned the radio into this show today, to this station today, and he's at home where there is a radio, but he can't do it because he's probably still on the sofa.
Well, I said to Alex, "Has Charlie listened to the podcast? What did he think?" No.
He'd be rubbish on Binge.
He just sort of glides through life unaware of
Well,
anything.
he thinks he does. He actually bashes into everything in his way and leaves the most
Trail of
unbelievable
destruction.
wake of the full catastrophe behind him. But he's so in the moment, so zen-like in the moment.
Yeah.
So you got a dog.
We've got a dog.
You've got a dog.
I got a dog first, and then Al got
Well
a dog.
done.
Yeah.
So you win the dog thing.
I won the
Did you
dog.
get a dog because he got a dog?
No, what happened with me, it was a hard no. I was like, we've got 3 young children, hard no. Charlie, of course, came back with a dog without any warning.
Right, great.
She rocked up home into her new driveway with the gates
I thought he was
open.
holding a jumper until the jumper moved, and I thought, what is that?
Right.
He said, this is our new dog.
And so you talk about stuff on the show. You talk about your kids. You talk about kits. We talk about a lot of your kids.
We've
don't
both
you?
got a kit as well.
You both
Yeah.
got a kit.
I try and
which is
slip
great.
in a bit of running chat as well, Chris, but it's not going down very well.
Would you ever get a cat so you could have a Kit Kat?
I've got a cat.
Yeah.
I've got a Kit Kat.
It's a Kit
I
Kat.
didn't know I've got a Kit Kat.
We're thinking about a cat.
You're thinking about a cat?
Yes.
Oh, of course you are now.
Yeah.
What else?
We've got 2
You ever forming a
goldfish.
band?
Two goldfish.
Yeah, Pinky and Pokey.
Nice.
You have not.
We have.
Well, talking about bands, your Teddy wants Charlie to be in a band. He's
Yeah,
very
he does.
disappointed that Charlie's not in a
He
rock.
said, Dada, why can't you be in a band?
Because it would
like
involve him
Kit's
getting
dad?"
off the sofa and doing something with his life. All right, come on. What else? What other recommendations are you talking about on Binge?
Well, I recommended. So the first episode, we decided to set each other some homework.
Yeah,
So I
which you
recommended.
didn't do, and you usually good
No,
at your
I've
homework.
done it now.
You've done it now. So I recommended Mr. In Between, which is an Australian series on Disney Plus,
Which you love.
which is absolutely brilliant. Up there for me, one of the most binge-worthy shows I've seen. And you've started it, Al, haven't you? She's shaking her head.
Right. Last night we started it,
on
and
Disney
I checked
Plus, by the
3
way. It's
times.
on Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus. Thank
Yeah,
you, Chris.
it's okay.
I had to check 3 times whether it was actually the series that you'd recommended because I couldn't believe you would recommend that. It's so violent.
Right.
It's so violent.
that's allowed. It's
so
allowed, isn't it?
dark.
Dark. That's
Dark.
not- does that mean it's no
Makes
good
you
though?
think.
It's not about what it is. It's about do you want to watch it or not?
No.
You wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Did
I mean-
Charlie enjoy it?
He loved it.
you go.
Charlie
There we
stayed
go.
up until 20 to 2 a.m. watching Mr. In Between.
Thank you. I put Mr. Between on, same thing, about 9 o'clock one night, just got into bed, and I watched the entire first season in one night.
But isn't it true that another one of Harry's recommendations is Beef? What is Beef?
Yeah,
Just so
Beef.
people
Yeah,
don't know.
Beef is on Netflix. It's basically this 2 people have a bit of beef in a car park,
Yeah.
bit of road rage, and then so ensues a whole series of them basically trying to get at each other, and it kind of crescendos to this
Yeah.
amazing final episode in the desert. I won't say any more because I'm not doing it justice, but it's absolutely
Okay.
brilliant.
Alex has an issue with this just because of the title.
I know, she's very picky.
Come on.
I mean, all right,
us.
maybe you don't want to watch a show because it's violent and because it's dark, but just because of the title,
Hang on.
I'm
That's
with
us.
you. I'm with you, Al.
Thank you.
I don't like the sound of it.
why?
No, that's
Title.
us.
Why?
Beef. If it was about the golfer, fine. But beef and road rage and it's beef like the no.
Okay, this is what I need to work
What
on.
is
I'm
wrong
telling
with
you,
these
well,
people?
it is such a brilliant show.
Seriously, you need to get out of Barnes, mate. You're just getting too soft for your own good.
Oh no, I'm with you, Alex. I just no.
What's
Yeah.
that?
To
Live
be
in
fair-
Barnes for a while, but move out before it makes you too soft.
No, we've
live in
missed
Chiswick
that
for a
boat.
while, but move out before it makes you too hard.
Too hardcore. Well, we've, Mystery in Between, Breaking Bad, Succession. These are my kind of things.
Yeah.
Al, you like
So I like things like.
Like, come on.
I love The Perfect Couple, which is on Netflix now.
Emily in Paris?
That's very good. Emily in Paris.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a, watch it but not binge it.
Okay.
Now and again.
But it's called Binge, your podcast. It's
I
not called
know.
Watch It, is it? It's
Yeah,
not called
watch it every
Binge
now and
it
again.
a bit, is it?
Well, you can.
It's not called Stinge, is it? It's called Binge.
I thought you were going to say something else then. I like the split.
Fringe.
Don't go through the alphabet because you'll get there.
Don't. We've been there.
All right, okay.
Don't.
Singe.
Good, you've skipped it.
Tinge.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Tinge works.
Tinge works.
Crack on.
Big Little Lies. Love that.
By the way, who came up with the title Binge? Because it's a great title. For the
Neither of
podcast.
us.
Was it James?
It was James.
It was James, yeah.
Jumping Jimmy.
James is the genius behind this whole operation.
Well, let's hope so. Because James, what that was, that was showbiz speak, presenter speak for, if this doesn't work, it's not our fault, it's his fault, and you'll never hear his name again. Right? Next project for us, please.
Yes, he'll never work in Century ever again, James.
Sorry,
That
you were
is-
saying, so Big Little Lies.
Yeah, but also, you see, I sort of default to books a lot of the time because
Right.
I like reading.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Sure.
love reading. What? You love reading.
I know I love reading, but you've never mentioned reading to me before.
Excuse me?
Come on.
I
What are you
read
reading,
loads.
What are you
Al?
reading
I'm
at the moment?
reading, well, it's not that upbeat. It's called This Is Not a Pity Memoir by Abby Morgan, who wrote The Split. So she's a
Is it called
television
This
film
Is Not a
writer.
Pity Memoir?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's fantastic
Okay.
because it's quite funny but quite serious. Her husband Jacob, who's an actor, he had a very, very serious disease. He then had some treatment. The treatment caused him to go into a coma.
Right.
She at the same time had breast cancer, but it shows that there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's
Right, so
very
very
good.
inspiring, uplifting.
Very inspiring, very uplifting, and she writes brilliantly.
All right, great. Okay, so have you recommended that on the podcast?
Not yet.
Okay, but will it be there?
Yeah, you
It
do
will
more
be.
of the books. I only read on holiday, really. But
right.
we've got a podcast as well.
It's on the telly though as well. It's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and
That
it looks
worries me.
great. What?
I would have put more makeup on had I have realised.
You look amazing.
Oh, thanks,
You literally, like Jane with her teeth. Look at Jane. Give us a smile. Jane doesn't think she's got a great.
She's got great
she's got
teeth.
amazing.
She's got a
She's
lovely
got like
smile.
the best teeth in London. Seriously, when she left Australia to come live here, they said best teeth leaving. Now, best teeth. So, but you look amazing on the podcast. So, and it's a proper film studio. Here we go.
Yeah, James,
Wow.
actually, talking to James, has done a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Al and I just have to binge. We just have to watch stuff, read stuff, listen to stuff, come into
Which you
our
do anyway, really.
brilliant...
Yeah, you do anyway.
Yeah, and it is a topic of conversation among... I mean, I heard it in school drop-off the other day, this group of mum and dads talking about, what are you watching? Got any recommendations? And I just burst in and said, have a listen to Binge, because we've got all the recommendations. But
So
yeah.
you're recommending yourself in a way.
I'm recommending myself,
Binge,
yeah.
you're
Because I'm
binge.
recommending other podcasts as well, like we
Well, we
said.
haven't really done podcasts yet. But
Not
we will.
yet, but we will. We'll
How
get
are
onto
you
that.
going to stay? Because one of the great things about podcasts is the most successful podcasts are timeless, and this
Yeah.
is very timely.
Yeah.
Mind you, Big Little Lies, life recommendation, Breaking Bad, life recommendation. But you don't know that with the first few episodes. So how is it going to mushroom into a behemoth of podcasting?
This is a good question, Chris, and Alex has the answer.
Go on, huh?
Well, I think there's so much to watch across all the platforms. Like Harry said earlier, 22,000 options at any one time.
Wow.
So there's just so much. There's always so much content,
It's like
isn't
that
there?
Shopify advert on the A4. Do you know that Shopify advert? The A4, the A40.
Oh, I don't know.
Big Shopify advert.
Yeah.
By the time you've read this advert, Shopify will have made 5,000 transactions.
I've seen that.
It's great.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
brilliant.
You think that gets the message home.
But when you think, it's not just what you're watching on Netflix or iPlayer. It's, it's podcasts, it's books. I think it's just...
Yeah, and we're talking a bit about life, obviously sharing our stories of the week with our children and our dogs and what have you. There's other stuff in there, but I think...
Will you have to do things like the Kardashians just so you can talk about them on the podcast?
What, get an underwear range?
Something
or...
like that. Will you have to do? We need to do stuff in life so we can talk about it.
Nah.
No.
stuff.
Plenty
a lot of
happens,
stuff
doesn't it?
happens in life, don't you find? With
I do.
kids?
I do.
Yeah.
But some
I think
people go, we
people-
need to. Our life's not interesting. We need to orchestrate it more.
Stuff happens, doesn't it?
But people like hearing about the mundane as well, I think, see?
And when you go on tour with
Yes.
your band,
Yeah.
do you go on tour with them now? Is that how it works?
I might.
Great.
I might. We
That's
might.
awesome.
It might escalate to that where I'm, the fifth member of McFly.
And can we talk about anything to do with McFly?
We can, yeah. We've got two shows at the O2.
Because I know I've heard about the thing that's going.
You've heard about a thing?
Yeah, can
Hang on, what thing?
What thing? I don't know what you're
Clearly
talking
we can't talk
about, Chris.
that. All right, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
The next thing we are doing is 2 shows at the O2 to celebrate our 21st anniversary as a band.
Right.
So.
Oh, right, because Ozzy Jane said they're playing 221st, and I thought, private hire.
No,
but you can. No, you can. I bet you play private gigs, haven't you?
Yeah, in fact, we've got one tonight, Chris.
Exactly. So you can hire. But I just thought they'd doing 221st for 2.
No. It's actually 21 years of
Happy
McFly.
21st.
Yeah, so we're doing 2 nights at the O2, and then I'm sure there's some exciting bits happening next year. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
No, that's all I'll say then, because you just gave me the look. How's the one show doing?
It's very well.
Yeah.
I mean, lovely.
7 o'clock, BBC One.
Ticks over. Beautiful.
But they all come, don't they? They all come.
They all come.
You get your Will Ferrell's. Give us 5 of your big hitters over the last few months. Come on. You get all the guests.
Channing Tatum.
Oh my gosh.
Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
Who do you want?
10 a penny.
I was telling my friend I was in a farm shop the other day.
Right,
and an actor.
because that's what you do now.
That's what I do now.
Was it the posh one near Windsor?
It
was it? The really posh one? This farm shop is so posh, right? It has, instead of like farm gates, it has castle turrets, and they're real.
They are.
You've changed, Al.
I know, but I really like it.
Did you actually spend any money there?
Well, Charlie did.
Oh my god!
He bought a massive joint of beef, which was delicious.
Jeez.
I know.
So
anyway, but this actor walked in and he was with his little girl and he said, "Can I stroke the dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can stroke the dog."
Do you know him?
Well, no.
Famous.
So this is the problem.
Okay, sorry.
He told me all about Labradors, and I said, "Gosh, are you a vet?" And he went, "No." Turns out he's in Magic Mike, and I've interviewed him twice on the one show.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It does
was
happen though, doesn't it?
what? Channing Tatum?
No.
But he probably had all his clothes
Alex
on, didn't he?
Pettifer?
Oh yes, I know. Yeah.
He had all his clothes on.
Well, he had all his clothes on. I mean, he did have a very low-cut vest on, which was not very vetty.
Just a suggestion. I might be on the telly.
And he looks super cool and very handsome. And I did think this area, I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
All right, good. Well, you're only adding to it. All right, Binge is out. New episode's out today. I listened to the new episode today on my way to work, and I did it all myself.
Did you?
Yes. Because I was sent one on a WeTransfer yesterday that I couldn't get my head round.
That's very
So I
professional.
just thought I'll wait till midnight.
Yeah, fine.
At least someone's doing their research, hey Al.
I mean, he always does, though. That's the thing about Chris. He taught me all I know.
Sorry, I didn't give you... You did speak then, didn't you? It's a good job he's not paid by the word, isn't it?
Harry about running, so it's fine. Crack.
Yeah, running.
no,
I've got Amsterdam
Amsterdam,
Marathon.
2 weeks' time.
No, that's Berlin. Amsterdam on the 20th of October, just after the
Iron
O2.
Man as well.
Yeah, some triathlons.
Are you doing anything physical?
I saw you running in the countryside, Al.
But you got great.
I've
What are you
started.
training for? You gave me that look. What's
I'm
that?
not training for anything.
Something's going on, I can tell.
I've got too much going on in my life.
No,
I can't
what's
train.
going on? You're doing something. Look at that face.
I'm not.
You are doing something that you're not telling us about.
am not.
What are you preparing for?
Nothing.
You absolute figure.
Honestly,
Is it a children in need thing? Yes, it is. Yes, it's
A children in need thing?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
But it's
What
something
is
else.
it then?
So it's something else then.
It's nothing.
A Race Around the World, that was out today, wasn't it?
Race Across the World. Last episode was last night.
Oh, that's good.
They spoiler if you don't want to know the winners.
No, don't say.
Don't say. Okay.
It's an iPlayer.
Okay. See, that's why I checked.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. You don't mention those guys, and I won't mention
We'll
the
be
busted
talking
thing.
about that on. We'll be talking about that on our next episode.
We will.
Binge, it's out now from wherever you get your podcast, starring Alex Jones and Harry Judd.
Thank
Let's
you.
behind the glass round of applause. Woo!